I'm Ruben El Demonio Roman. This is Cycle Tribe Chronicles, and today we're in Durango, Colorado, checking out the 2018 Softail lineup. Hey, this is Ruben Roman, Cycle Tribe Chronicles, and today we're in Durango, Colorado at the Durango Harley-Davidson, and today we're rolling out the 2018 Softail lineup. I'm here with the sales manager, Spencer. So, brother, what can we expect today?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're having a little seminar today. Harley-Davidson recently redesigned their entire Softail offering, 9 completely new redesigned models. So we're going to share that information and what's new with all our guests and customers today.
Well, that's awesome, brother. Let's get started.
Right on. So this is the street box. This was one of the ones that was a Dyna that was incorporated into the Softail frame. Great fun motorcycle to ride. This is also the lowest priced Softail. It's the starting point for the Softail line. So it's the least expensive. Each bike has its own personality. This is kind of a bobber style bike. When I look at a motorcycle, I look at where my hands are going to fit, my feet, and then where I'm sitting on the bike. So you got a mid control with a nice tall bar, solo seat, keeps the cost down. You can add a rear seat if you wanted to. It's got a little bit smaller tank. It's a cruiser, so they don't want to put a big bulky tank on there to keep it kind of lean and mean. Next one. Yes, sir. Sissy bar. Does everybody know what this one is? It's a street bob, too. But we customized this one. So I thought I'd show you this one and show you a little bit how 2 bikes can be the same bike, but with just a few customized parts. Give a whole different personality. So on this bike, we only changed a couple things. We changed the seat, which is kind of a cool show bike seat with the spring in it. Very minimal, but because it's got a suspension in the seat, it's still pretty comfortable, even though there's that much padding in it. The tall sissy bar, and then we put a few medallions on it that are the new bronze collection. And I just think it changed the personality of the bike with only a couple of accessories. It's pretty cool.
Same tank.
Yeah, same bike, same street bike.
Same everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trevor. Yep. So lowrider, what is the lowrider? The way I think the best way to make sense of this is we started with the Street Bob. The Street Bob is the base model for the Softail line. Least expensive, and in some ways maybe the most bare bones, maybe the most no frills, no extras. So then a good way to look at it is, what does the next bike have? Why is the price going up? What features are added? So features added on the lowrider, it's all chromed out, number 1. Number 2, you have a 5-gallon gas tank instead of a 3.5. Number 3, you get a large full-size tachometer. The Street Bob does have a tachometer on it, but it's a little digital. So those are really just kind of a style difference. And also, again, adding features. You have a passenger seat, comes from the factory that way with the seat and pegs. Whereas the Street Bob, that would be an extra option. So, Dyna lowrider, and the other thing they did with the Softail lowrider, what they changed also is they brought back this AMF style 70s paint. It really shows on the black one that's behind you guys, and again on this model as well. So a little bit of a throwback style, a great cruiser, again, bare bones, but adding a little bit of extra features.
So as you can tell by the engines, they're really quiet. You can still do the Harley exhaust if you want to. So Randy wants to really hear what it sounds like. So stock exhaust has always been that way on a Harley, but you can still improve the sound if you want to. But what I like is this whole thing is nice and quiet and refined and sophisticated. So you're not, when you're sitting on top of the motor on a motorcycle.
You can improve the sound, you can improve the performance anymore.
Sure, absolutely.
Through pipes.
Through pipes, intake, all the standard ways to do performance. And I didn't want to have a performance clinic, but yes.
Yeah.
This bike performs really, really well right out of the box.
Right out of the box.
And that's what's really cool about it. It's just a great performing bike. It used to be you had to do stuff to Harley to make them run decent, and these you don't. So the Slim, pretty cool bike. We're kind of back to a solo seat. But I call this a nostalgic cruiser. You got a little slimmer rear tire on this, and it's just kind of gripping in 50 style. So you got a chopped bobber fender, front and rear, bigger tank. And it's a little bit more of a bare bones compared to the lowrider that had more chrome. So this has a little bit more blackout on the rims, and has floorboards though. This is the first bike that we pulled out that has floorboards, so that adds a little bit of comfort because you can move your feet around instead of being in one spot on a peg.
You guys know this bike already. This one, we talked about that there's models that you can get the larger motor. That's Harley refers to that as an S model. This is a Fat Bob S. The one that we were looking at earlier, I believe is a 107. This is a 114 from the factory. We already covered the front forks. Another thing, not just inverted forks, but you'll notice the steering head, the rake angle on this bike is more upright, more straight. And what that does for you is, if you are riding very aggressively in a tight corner, it makes steering what's physically easier and a little bit quicker. In addition, it's got its own unique exhaust style, its own unique rear fender style. It's got a more unique style seat. It's got the signature Fat Bob tread on the tires. Another thing on this bike, it's a little more sporty, it's got precision riveted floating rotors. If these rotors get really hot, the outer ring is one piece of metal and it can expand and then contract, and it's not fighting itself. So you're going to have a longer rotor life, better brake performance. It's not going to warp as quick or at all.
This is Softail Deluxe. This is Deluxes have been around since '05, and it looks just like the original Softail Deluxe in '05. The Tombstone taillight. But now we're to LED. The chrome with the wide white wall and the wire spoke wheels and the driving lights and kind of a beach bar. This thing is designed to be the most nostalgic Softail as far as a chrome version goes. So now, if you like chrome, you've got the white walls with the chrome. And, you know, it's just a gorgeous package, obviously. That's a good looking motorcycle.
Again, thanks, Trevor. And so, breakout. Again, they have the smaller gas tank. You looked at the, you guys just saw the Deluxe. It had a big 5 gallon. This one's got the 3.5 again. Again, this is an S model with the big motor from the factory. Breakouts, just like Fat Bob's, have got hand adjustable rear suspension. What's new with the Breakout? What's new with the Breakout is this giant rear tire. 240 millimeter rear tire, very much like a pro street dragster kind of bike. And there's a practical application. If you like to nail that throttle, that tire is not going to break traction as much as a smaller rear tire. And you also have a great size contact patch, so if you are riding briskly through the curves, more rubber touching the pavement is going to help you. That's a good thing. With the Breakout, they went with a little bit more of an angled front end. Remember what I showed you on the Fat Bob? I was more upright. This one is less upright. It's got a bigger front wheel.
Fat Boy, one of my favorites. This is the most radically redesigned. Not only did they redesign all of them, but now they went and gave a totally different departure. This has the biggest wheel tire combination of any Harley ever. Huge front wheel, nice big tall wheel, big fat rear tire. The Fat Boy's got its own unique headlight. It's got its own unique finishes on the chrome. They call this satin chrome. It's got a kind of a little bit different fender, a little bobber style fender, but it does have the bigger 5-gallon tank. This is a Fat Boy S. And in this bike, it happens to be the anniversary edition for 115th. This anniversary color combination is limited edition. They were only making a few of each model in the anniversary editions. And this, they number each one. This one happens to be 318 of 1100 that they're going to build. And it has its own unique blue stitching to match the blue paint job. There's a few other splashes of blue on it, like medallions. And it's just a full custom cruiser right out of the box. That's how they go, right out of the factory.
Go. Trevor's got something to add about our Fat Boy.
I was just going to share with you guys. So when I first got here, I've been riding a Street Glide, and it's a 2017 Street Glide Special. It has a Milwaukee 8 motor. It's a great bike. I love it. My second time to ride to U-Ray for lunch, we had taken one of the new Fat Boys, a 2018 Fat Boy, in on trade. And so I got to ride that bike up to U-Ray and back for lunch. Normally on the Street Glide, when I get down about to Purgatory coming back, just a little tired, a little sore. On the Fat Boy, with no windshield, with nothing protecting the oncoming wind, when I got back to the dealership, I was still ready to go ride. And I don't know why they are, but these new Softails are so intuitive and they're so easy to handle, especially when you're coming around these mountain roads and these slow turns. It was a great experience. So I just wanted to share my experience with the Fat Boy. And back to you, Bert.
This is the Heritage Classic. And you see a lot of features on the Heritage Classic that you've learned to expect. Heritage has been around for a long time. They've got the studs on the bags and the seat, but they're a little different look this year. The bags on the other Heritages used to have to undo some buckles and flip it up this way, and whoever's owned one, you're always fighting. That bag keeps wanting to close on you when you're trying to do something. So Harley figured that out. So it opens this way. Also, these bags lock from the factory. In addition, it's got the new motor, it's got the new frame. This bike does come stock with cruise, right there. That same cruise control can be added to any Softail, but this one already has it. Also, you do get the footboards, you get a passenger seat, you get the foot pegs already included. They've gone with a little bit more of a black than chrome look this year, which I think looks fantastic. And if you look at bikes that the Heritage is kind of harkening back to, like a 36 Knucklehead, there was a lot of gloss black paint on those bikes from the factory. And so Harley's kind of going back with that. Same with this black lower windshield. In addition, with the Heritage, most of you probably know this, but some may not. With the Heritage, quick detachment shield, no tools.
Hey, so what's up, the Cycle Tribe Chronicles crew, and we just finished up the 2018 Softail lineup, and I just want to get your guys' opinion, man. What did you think?
I think it's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
I know you were worried about the conversion of or the loss of the dyno.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, like, do you like?
Listen, now that they explained it, I totally get it, man.
Put them together.
Yeah, they kind of put them
combined
together. Because like me, I'm a dyno guy, and when I heard that the bike we were discontinuing line,
Shoot, I got a dyno.
Yeah, that's it. So I was a little concerned about that, but no, the way they explained it totally works for me, dude. I'm telling you, that Milwaukee 8 engine, that motor, that engine right there, it was made by God. God made that engine. Listen, man, I'm telling you. I thought the lineup was just sick, man. I love what Harley-Davidson's doing. They've been around for 115 years, and that's for a reason. They keep doing innovative stuff. The bikes are just sick. They're ridiculous off the factory.
I like those inverted forks, man.
Oh, yeah,
I always like those. You see them a lot on the street bikes, like the Japanese model bikes, the sport bikes, I guess you'd say. You got those inverted forks in there. I like how they're incorporating that too, but yeah, that's better handling. That's what they say.
You know what I got excited about? Because again, like I'm like the old school cat of the group, and I totally love the non-rubber mounted engine, and they brought that back. So, dude, you're riding a Harley, and you feel you're riding a Harley. Now that's sick.
Yep.
That's sick. What was your favorite bike in the lineup?
Mine? Oh man, I gotta think here. Oh shoot. What is it?
You tell me, brother.
I kind of like the Fat Boy.
That boy pretty sick. Me, dude, the Slim Bob was it for me, man.
That was,
yeah, that was pretty sick.
The deluxe for me.
You the
all
deluxe?
the way.
Yeah, the deluxe.
Deluxe all this guy wants a bagger.
Yeah, the deluxe or the slim.
Right?
I like those. For me, those are the two best bikes.
Like I said, man, Harley fans, you're going to continue to be pleased with what they're doing. Non-Harley fans, I don't know if they captured you on what they're doing, but I'm telling you, man, the Milwaukee 8, you got to give it a second look. If you're thinking about it, that's it. That engine was made by God himself.
He reiterates.
Yeah. Well, this is Cycle Tribe Chronicles, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
A go-getter, mo-wetter, low-redder, dough-getter, so better, foe-wetter, no never, so clever, go whether or not the teapot or the beef might settle. Feet on the pedal, mashing, music blasting, swerving, driving, fasting in the wrong lane, but I ain't tripping, cause I'm getting my cash in. Motherfuckers wanna lock me up, cause I gang bang, smoke weed, don't give a fuck. I bought my little football team a bus on the grind, trying to find time, letting real niggas shine. Figaro on the low, let these niggas know. Boss dog, boss ball, just a little more. When I came through the door, I banged with the foe. Motherfucker, I'ma bang with the O.
From the east side or the west side, Killer California, where I reside. I be so connected, affiliated, and I know that them haters hate it. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you're face to face with this killer in blue? From the ladder, palm trees, sticky green limousines, broken dreams. On every street corner you can find a beauty queen. So I'm hitting switches for the bitches. Get a rag top, a 63. Fools on the counter wishing they were me, a street survivor. Sipping on my Drago, rolling through the Volo. Yo soy el demonio, California, SA. And this is for the gente.